Yes, check 1 2 1 2 1 2. Yes, I'm doing it from the car. I'm doing it from the Ford F-150 today. What up, T-Bone? How is everyone doing today? Welcome to another edition of the Tuddle Daily Podcast live stream. I don't like that glare coming off of it. What up, Austin? So I wanted to do a little bit of this live stream today. Here, let me see if this light will help. I don't know. Does the light help at all? No, see, the backlighting does not help. The reason that I'm doing it from inside the truck, it is very, very breezy today. What up, McDave? So, Nedley Mandingo, I wanted to get on here today. And I'm going to go into a little bit of this on tomorrow's podcast. But today I got a lot of Pizza Panda TV. What up? I got a lot of messages from people saying, oh, you got to call into Bubba. You got to call into Bubba. You got to call into Bubba. Let me first start off by saying that I have nothing but the utmost respect for Bubba the Love Sponge. I don't want anybody to think that I'm saying anything bad at all, because I'm not. I really am not saying anything bad. And I'm not making excuses. Yes, I messed up. Should not have said anything bad at all about Shannon. Should not have said anything bad about anybody at JVC. And I'll own up to it. I will own up to it 100%. But I'm also not going to just beg. I'm not going to go overboard, because, like, we've all made mistakes as broadcasters. We really have all made mistakes as broadcasters. So what I'm trying to say is, like, I'm apologizing. What do you need me to do? Like, I really do think that I have a lot that I can offer to the guys at Florida Man Radio. I feel like I have a lot that I can offer to a lot of radio stations, because I do. I do have, and a lot of you guys are probably going to be like, oh, Tuddle, you're making shit up. No, I'm not making stuff up. I do have some major offers on the table to be able to work at the moment. And I'm not going to get into that, because it is not anybody. It's not anybody. I don't even care. Listen, I don't care who doesn't like me. I right now is what I'm saying is, like, I am willing to get out there. I will hold the sandwich board, walk down I-4. I will stand at the busiest intersection that there is in Orlando to promote Florida Man Radio. If I need to, I will kiss Shannonberg's bare ass. Like, for real, I will get in there and go, I will tongue it, just to, get on the good side. Because I'm tired of hearing about why everybody hates me at Florida Man Radio. Like, seriously, I admit, I'm wrong. I did wrong. I don't know how many times I need to apologize, but I did wrong. And I don't want to talk about anybody else. I'm not going to, see, that's the thing about it is, like, yes, I've messed up. I have. But you also got to understand, somebody that has OCD, somebody that is a obsessive-compulsive ADHD type person, and when you're told over and over and over again that somebody hates you at a certain place, but nobody will tell you what it is, yeah, you get a little crazy. Yes, you do. You lash out. You get crazy. And I'm, like I said, I'm not making excuses. I fucked up. But how long do I have to hear about it? From this point forward, after this live show that I'm doing right now, and tomorrow's Tuddle Daily Podcast, where I explain everything in more detail, that's the end of it. Like, I'm not going to talk about Bubba anymore. I'm not going to talk about Blitz. I'm not going to talk about anybody at the BRN. I'm not going to talk about anybody at Florida Man Radio. I want to be friends with everybody at Florida Man Radio. Hell, if you want me to be honest, I am the biggest Ed Till mark. Like, I absolutely fucking am. I'm obsessed with Ed Till. Ed Till has always been like somebody that I've looked up to, because a lot of you guys don't realize Ed Till was one of the OGs at Real Radio 104.1. And I've had a couple of opportunities to meet Ed Till. And what I'm trying to say is that, you know what? It's not like I have anything bad to say about the Florida Man Radio in general. I lashed out. I'm sorry. I apologize. I don't know how many times I have to apologize, but I am on, well, I can't get on bending knees because I'm sitting in a Ford F-150 because the wind is like blowing 30 miles an hour, and I didn't think it would sound too well. So what I'm trying to say is that I don't know what else I can do. Like, I called into Bubba's show today. My phone broke up because, you want to know why? Because I was in the middle of taking my mom to Orlando Regional Medical Center to get tested, to get a follow-up appointment. And I took the time to be able to call into Bubba's show. And then the first thing, it's just like sticking the knife in and twisting it, as always. Like I said. And then Blitz wanted to bring up, and this is not me like attacking Blitz or anything, but I went back. You know how many radio shows, podcasts, live streams that I do? When I was talking about thin-skinned radio hosts, I was talking about funny to informing at the time, because I was just on their show. They got upset. Now, I could be wrong. I could be wrong, but that is the only thing that I could think of. I was not talking about Bubba being thin-skinned or anything like that at all. So what I'm trying to say is, and I don't want anybody to think like I'm attacking Blitz, because I'm not. But what upsets me is that I have worked too hard. I've worked too long and hard to be able to repair all the bridges that I've burned in the business. And you guys have to admit, how many times have I left Bubba's show? How many times have I left Bubba's show where I just mother effed him left and right? How many times did I talk absolute, complete, I buried him. I tried to bury him. I tried to mother F him. And I have not done that one single time since I've left the show, since I got my ass Baker acted and I got sent to the mental institution. I don't know if Bubba has told you this. I thanked him personally through text. I thanked Bubba for saving my life. I thank Bubba for saving my life, for Baker acting me, making me go to the mental institution when a lot of people said that I should have been mad. And guess what? I was not mad. And you can ask Bubba. If you want to call him tomorrow, you can ask him. I thanked him for saving my fucking life. I don't know what else that I need to do to prove that I'm appreciative of everything that Bubba has done for me. Like, seriously, what else do I need to do? And I don't want anybody to think that I'm mad at him. I'm not. Look, I know that Bubba has to do what he has to do. I know that JVC is like a part of his major contribution to how he makes money at the BRN. So what I'm trying to say is, like, I'm not mad at him. Look, I fucked up. I messed up. I talk crap about people on Florida Man Radio. But you guys also got to understand, when you tell somebody with mental issues like myself, once again, not trying to make excuses for anything, but what I'm trying to say is that when you keep telling somebody that, oh, somebody at Florida Man Radio doesn't like you, they hate you, you know what? Maybe Bubba got me worked into a shoe. Maybe Bubba did. You know what? And usually I do not fall for something like that. So maybe Bubba did work me into a shoe. Who knows? Like I said, Bubba could have worked me into a shoe when it comes to this whole situation, and I don't even know about it. So what I'm trying to say is, like, I'm trying to do what I can to be able to get in everybody's good graces, because I want to be able to be good with everybody. I want to be able to be nice with everybody. I want to get along with everybody, because Ron Bennington told me, it was like, it does you no good to have enemies in the business. And I don't want any enemies in the business. So, like I said, I apologize. I like, seriously, give me a list of asses I need to kiss at JVC or Florida Man Radio to make amends, where everybody is not mad at me, so I'm not the bad guy, so we can get this whole thing situated and we don't have to worry about it. No, I mean T-Bone, like I'm doing everything that I can to be able to just get this whole thing behind me. Like, I have messed up, but also at the same time, I think, you know what? I'm not even gonna bring it up. I'm not gonna name names or whatever, because I don't want things to get twisted on my end. I don't want people to think like I'm talking trash about anybody, but what I'm trying to say is that a lot of these radio hosts, the ones that are trying to judge me, the ones that are trying to say that I've completely shot myself in the foot, are guilty of the same thing. And I'm not calling out anybody in particular or whatever. But what I'm trying to say is that I think that, yes, this is like my 5th or maybe 6th or even fucking probably 10th shot at retribution or trying to make myself hireable again. And I don't even know why I do this. I don't even have to do this right now, because, like I said, I'm doing just fine at what I'm doing. But like I said, I would be an idiot for me not to want to be a part of the BRN or be a part of Bubba Army Radio and do a show, because it would be great exposure for what I'm doing. And I know that I sound like I'm shot out of a cannon right now, but this has kind of been wearing on me. It would be good. Yes, it would be great. It would be great for me to be able to be back at the BRN and do some stuff. But, like, this is frustrating. Like, seriously. You know, when I called into Bubba's show today, my mom is sitting in the passenger seat while I have the phone on speakerphone while talking to Bubba. And hearing Bubba talking about, why do you always have to fuck me, or why do you always have to you know shoot yourself in the foot? Why do you always gotta fuck things up and stuff like that? So what I'm trying to say is that, like, I don't think people realize, because here, you know what? I think I do need to turn this light on now, because it is getting a little dark. You know how Bubba talks about all the stress that he is under? Like, seriously, he has talked about all the stress that he is under. Do people realize the type of stress that I am under right now? Like, I'm just being fucking honest with you. I'm being real. Like, and you know what? This is probably gonna get me in trouble. This is probably gonna piss Bubba off. This is probably gonna piss all the people at Florida Man Radio off. No, but what I'm trying to say is that, like, I'm under a lot of stress. And Bubba, like, see, doing this podcast has made me realize and made me appreciate what Bubba was having to go through. You know, because I always used to think, you know, when Bubba would complain about all the stuff that he has to go through, you know what? Now I get it. I really, really do get it. Do you know how hard it is that my dad just died? My mom just had a big-ass tumor removed out of her jaw, and she now has to go through radiation and chemotherapy. That I've had to step up sober. You know, like, I know that shouldn't be something that I have to brag about, that I'm dealing with this sober, because there are a lot of people that deal with these same type of problems sober. But guess what? I was an alcoholic. I was a drug addict. I was on all these other type of medications. And guess what? I'm handling my mom going through having major surgery, having to have radiation, having to have chemo, my dad just dying, and I get made to look like I am the bad guy. Do you know how hard it is to be able to do a show every single day, 5 days a week, by myself? I know that it's not a 4-hour show like Bubba has to do, but I'm doing it all by myself. I am struggling. I am holding on for my dear life. And for people to just keep digging and sticking that knife and judging me for what I've done in my past. You know what? I know this is going to get me in a lot of trouble, but you know what? That is the pot calling the kettle black. And I will leave it at that. And that'll probably get me in a lot of trouble. And I don't think I need to expand on what I mean by the pot calling the kettle black, about being judged for what you've done in the past. And I'm going to leave it at that. And that's it. That's all that I'm going to say about it. Tonight and on tomorrow's Tuddle Daily Podcast, that is exactly where I'm leaving it at. You guys can hate me. You can love me. I really don't give a fuck, because I got to worry about myself and my loved ones. And that's about it. So, hope you guys have a great night. I'm out.